style. Zone beats, boy.
What up, team? Here we are live with Big Boys Boxing. Got a bit to cover. This weekend we had some decent heavyweight action. So, as per usual, I'll get a few things sorted and we'll get into it. So bear with me. First things first. Some sounds. Next, get over and send some invites out. Regulars, as per usual, check the Kiwibox live hangout, and there is an invite that's just been sent out. And let me check my audio. That's just been, yep, it's all good. For anybody else who'd like to join, there's a link in the chat. And if that don't work for you, you can always send me a message on Hangouts. The information to do so is in the description below. So, we'll start at the start. On Friday, we had a fight down in Australia, in Melbourne, at the Flemington. Willis Hitman Meehan, the son of Carly Meehan, dispatched of his opponent in less than a round. I really need to see this guy step up. He is a beast. He doesn't know how to do anything but be the aggressor and waste his opponents out of there. At least at the level he's been fighting at anyway. So, yeah, I'd love to see Willis Meehan step up. What's up, Blackout? Good to have you in. But there's heaps of fights happened over the weekend. There was also Lucas Brown. Went to a 6-round decision over Kamil Sokolovsky, who has a losing record, but he can't be underestimated. He's recently beaten the likes of Naylor Bull and Nick Webb, so Lucas Brown got that one under his belt. Moving onwards and upwards for him. We had a couple of Kiwi prospects fighting in America. We had Junior Farr dispatched of his opponent in less than a round. Hemi Ahio was fighting Ed Fountain, and I think it was the 7th round stoppage. I've seen some highlights for that fight. I haven't caught the whole fight from the live updates website that I was watching, because my stream wasn't working. It looked like a fairly uneventful fight for the first few rounds, but once Hemi landed a big shot on Ed Fountain, he was all over the place, falling over the ropes forwards with his back to Hemi, and the ref stepped in and gave him a count, and he was just done from there on in. That big shot that Hemi landed on him fucked him up. I'm actually going to show a slow-mo of the Junior Farr fight, so I won't talk too much about that until I do so. There was Ajit Kabiel got a win over, should I always forget the guy's name? Lucas Brown has fought him. Hasn't fought in 2 years. Andre Rudenko got a win over him. I think he put him down like halfway through the fight, but then it went to the cards, and Ajit Kabiel got a pretty straightforward win there. What was that other guy's name on the same card? Shit, my memory's not with me today. I'm in a bit of a hurry. I've got about an hour and a little bit for this stream, so yeah, if anybody'd like to join, get in quick. I won't be here too long today. Don Hearn, how you doing, man? Good to have you in. Shit, I'm gonna have to go look it up. Can't remember the dude's name. Tom Schwartz. Tom Schwartz got a quick stoppage win as well. George Arias got a win as well. It wasn't the best performance, but he has stepped up slightly in opposition. Stephen Shaw got a good win, very good win over Donovan Dennis. I mean, it's a pretty big weekend for the heavyweight division. There was plenty of fights. Of course, there was the headline event of that American card, Erislandy Lara versus Brian Castillo. Ended up in a split decision draw. But we'll have a bit of a look at this Junior Far fight. Just give me a sec here, I'll get this sorted out, get it up on screen. It is in very slow-mo, so I don't get copyrighted, and it's in black and white, but you get an idea of how easily Junior Far dispatched of Newfell Awata. Here we go, check it out.
Sorry for interrupting. Hello.
It's all good. How are you, man?
What's good, John? Are you keeping well?
Good as, mate. Good as. And yourself?
Honestly, man, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling very good, actually.
Good shit. I don't know if you're on your phone or not, but I've got the Junior Far fight running in slow-mo on screen now. The Newfell Awata knocked him down 4 times. Inside the first round.
I didn't actually see the fight. How did the fight go?
Junior stopped him within the first round, knocked him down 4 times, and then the ref stopped the fight.
Jesus. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. Doing what he should do.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Junior Far that we saw against Fred, what was his name? Freddie Latham. Blew him out pretty much.
You see, I want to see this from Junior Far. I want to see it works. Do you know what I mean? Because he is the works. He to me could be better than Parker. Just saying.
Yeah, I agree. If he's not always boxing on the back foot.
I want to see more of that. I just want to see him, up his level of competition a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this fight wasn't exactly the biggest step up. I think it's not even a step up, to be honest.
I have a step up, a little bit of a step down myself, personally.
Yeah.
So, come on, Junior.
Yeah.
Joshua said midweek, take the finger out, bro.
Yeah. There's some pretty good fights on that card with George Arias and Stephen Shaw. Hemi Ahia were also on that card. They all had wins. I think the best 2 performances would have been Junior Far and Stephen Shaw, because he stopped Donovan Dennis as well. So that was a pretty good win for him.
Not bad. Donovan's.
Sorry, mate. Where you go?
No, I just said Donovan's been around, hasn't he?
He has.
That name, I've known the name for quite a while.
Yeah.
So.
He hasn't been in the ring for almost 2 years or something, so maybe a bit of ring rust there, but he knew what he was doing in the ring. He fought lots in the World Series of Boxing, so and he knocked out Razvan Kajanu, so he's got something there.
Yeah, most definitely.
Did you see the Luis Ortiz versus Christian Hammer fight?
We all did.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay? Or do I need to fix my connection?
I don't know if it's your connection or mine. I thought it might be mine. I don't know.
Well, anyway, Luis Ortiz, what did it was a pretty one-sided win, wasn't it? Like, he did win wide on the scorecards.
Agreed.
Didn't he?
Agreed. I gave Hammer
So when
like 2
people are
rounds.
saying that he's terrible, Hammer's not a bad fighter. Hammer is not a bad. Awkward. He's tough to look good against. Ortiz is not a come forward fighter, and Christian Hammer isn't either. So it made that fight very boring. And Luis Ortiz, people are saying he looks washed or whatever. I think he put on a solid professional performance.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it any kind of spectacular or anything, but it was definitely a very clear win.
Yeah.
And like you say, Christian Hammer's a pretty durable kind of guy. I mean, people say, oh, Tyson Fury stopped him. Well, no, he quit on a stool against Tyson Fury. So that's where that TKO came from. You know, Alexander Povetkin.
And to me, that was one of the best performances. One of the best performances from Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Tyson was in that preparing for Klitschko mode. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah. He was in the zone. So, yeah, it was what it was. I mean, to a degree, I think you could also come with that argument, well, Luis Ortiz hasn't had elite level win, and he's not the killer that everyone says he is. I'd somewhat agree with that, but at the same time, he's still a very skilled boxer, and he is 40 years old, so maybe his gas tank is waning a little bit, but he's still pretty dangerous for most guys.
Look, at the end of the day, he put on a professional performance, and very few guys are going to be beaten rounds.
Yep. Agreed. I don't know if it's the kind of performance that he needed to get him a rematch against Wilder, though. I don't think that's going to happen off that performance. I think he needed to stop Hammer to do that, which is a task in itself. But
not easy. He's only been stopped again twice, hasn't he, Hammer?
Legit twice, I think. Yeah. I mean,
Who stopped him?
I'll have to go and look it up.
Was it Povetkin?
No,
was Povetkin? He retired against Fury and he was stopped against Vac, right?
That's it. It was Wok. Yeah, Wok's the only one who legitimately stopped him.
Vac stopped him properly, like in the 4th round or something like that.
Yeah. That's it. So he's very durable.
But people to Marius Vac. That was when Marius Vac was in his prime and actually kind of dangerous. I think that was before Vac fought Klitschko, correctly.
Yes, correct. So, yeah.
And he was known as a puncher back then, if we all remember, right? Wasn't he?
He was. Yep. So.
Povetkin can beat him on points. Povetkin can beat Hammer on points.
That's right. Yep. He took a hell of a beating.
So he's also said he retired against Fury.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
So Povetkin didn't stop him and Ortiz didn't stop him.
Yeah, he can take a
He's
punch,
bad.
that's for sure. Because he took quite a few in both of those fights.
He did. He's got a chin.
Yeah.
And he's I kind of like watching Christian Hammer fight because if he was like 100 pounds lighter, he'd be a tremendous like journeyman at middleweight, wouldn't he?
It would. I'd like to see him throw his hands
See
a
the
bit more.
commentary? Did you watch? Where did you watch it? Did you see Showtime commentary?
Yes.
They had a.
I don't watch
Did you
with
see the
commentary.
interpreter
I
in
don't
the
watch with
corner?
commentary.
Interpreter was in the corner and they had like the guy for Showtime was interpreting, and the guy was saying to Christian Hammer, "You're a Romanian. What was it? A Romanian swordsman or something."
I didn't hear that, but
grinning and laughing. That's what he was saying to him in the corner. The wee guy
okay.
translating it. God, he's never going to quit. He's not got quit in him.
Yeah. So yeah, we have double A boxing and Blunts in the house. You went to the Lucas Brown versus Kamil Sokolovsky fight.
Sokolovsky. Yeah.
Yep.
How was that live? Give us your take.
Oh, I seen Lucas Brown before it. Lucas Brown before it looked much better than he did in the ring. He looked a bit beginning of training camp, let's say. He wasn't quite like he definitely never. It wasn't a robbery or that. I had him winning that by a point, even with the knockdown.
Okay.
He never had a cut, but he didn't even look like he'd been punched. And Camille's face was marked badly. It was real bad.
How was his movement? I haven't seen the fight yet.
I've not seen it either, but I've heard it was a good scrap.
But honestly, Camille's better than Dave Allen.
Okay.
Like,
I'd agree. I think he's a better boxer than Dave Allen.
I think he. We'll see though.
Well, we know that he's got the engine, right? We know he's got an engine, and we also know he's got a chin.
Yeah.
Rounds did he go with Brown there? 6?
6.
Yeah.
He went.
Yeah. Allen doesn't hit anywhere. We can all agree on that. Lucas Brown, like pound for pound power, would like break Dave Allen.
I don't know, but he's got a 2-fight contract.
Guys, it's just
It's not just Dave Allen.
sticking a plug in. Hopefully that'll sort my connection out. Alright, so yeah, good event. Was there any other decent fights to watch on that card, Double A?
Jay Byrne. The Jay Byrne fight was the fight I wanted to watch. Seen that.
How did Jay Byrne get on?
Jay Byrne won. Nah.
Comfortably?
Aye. It was not comfortably, but aye. He boxed each head off pretty much.
Yep.
It's good to hear.
It was a good card. That guy's doing a good card there, by the way. That Simon Kinnock he's called. Just like he's got his own gym. He's got I think he's got 20 fighters. Does 5 or 6 shows. Seems alright. He's got good sponsorship. He's got rich energy. But it was fancy though. You had shirt tie in that, mate. Full suit. You couldn't. Had to be full suit to watch boxing.
And did any of you guys catch the Cabiel and Tom Schwartz card? I haven't managed to see that yet either.
I did.
Oh, yeah?
I did.
How did it look?
I know this sounds horrible, but I'm actually a fan of Schwartz now. I actually think he's got a bit of get it about him.
Okay.
Something about him, I wish I was German. In German, he seems quite funny. The fans take him. He's got something about him.
You mean that?
No, but see the press conference. I watched the weigh-in before it. When you watch the weigh-in, even though Caballe's headlining it, like when Schwartz gets on, he's obviously talking. The fans are laughing and interacting with him.
Yeah, but the fans in Germany have taken to Schwartz much more than Caballel. You see, he isn't considered German by the Germans. He's considered Turkish.
But I don't
anyway, he had a very 12-round unanimous decision against Rudenko. He pretty much jabbed his face off, landed the hook at will, caught him with the overhand whenever he wanted. Pretty did to Chisora.
Didn't he put him down mid-round somewhere? Yeah.
I believe so.
Body shots or something, eh? It's what I read.
Yeah, see, I thought Rudenko was going to quit, and then he got a wee spell again. He looked dead in his feet, and then he was back again. I ended up streaming the two of them, lasting them on. I think it was on YouTube. Actually, I ended up watching them on YouTube.
Okay.
But they were good fights. I got yourself in a real good place. That's the thing. You know, Luis Ortiz now has just beat Hammer, and I'm sure Hammer had quite a good ranking in the WBO. So
yeah, he's at
Luis
like
Ortiz WBO ranking
10th or something. I saw, or 12th.
And then
somewhere there.
He's in the IBF and he's in WBC, so he's got himself back in the rankings, isn't he? Both again.
A fight that I wouldn't mind seeing now would be Tom Schwartz and Junior Farr. I think that's a good fight since they're both highly ranked with the WBO. It'd be a good kind of maybe an eliminator of some sort. Would be good.
They usually, I look back over calling eliminators and looked at who held the belts and see the belt Dillian White holds now, the one Tyson Fury got his Dillian White's got that, so I wouldn't be shocked if they called Schwartz against Dillian White as a final eliminator WBO. I think that's a big possibility because he's got a belt that he's defended, and that usually gives you the shot at the mandatory.
Yep. I did see a video from Mr. Boxing today talking about the belt that Junior Far's got, the WBO International, and people who have held it have ended up getting title shots, all except one. You know, Tyson Fury, I think Dillian White was one of them. Who else?
Junior Fad doesn't have the WBO International belt.
Oh, what's the one he's got? It's WBO. Is it Intercontinental? It's one of them.
Yeah, have that. The one that Dillian White had's got some clout about it. It's the international belt. That's the one. If you look before him, Vivek had it. Tyson Fury, Chisora, Hay. That's the one. There's the other one is well. There's one just now. Because there's an Asian Pacific one as well that holds a bit of weight that gets you rankings.
Yeah.
What's he had? He had the WBO International. Well, Dillian White's been stripped of that. He fought for that last
man.
night. Yeah.
Wow. No, Junior Far holds the WBO International heavyweight title.
Dillian White's been stripped of that.
Yeah, that's why Junior's got it.
That's the one that gives you the title shot usually.
Yeah, I know. I think he picked that one up against
the Oriental.
The guy in in Christchurch in his last fight. Oh no, that was the Oriental heavyweight title he picked up in Christchurch. So he's got two of them now. He's got the Oriental and the International. So he should get some kind of eliminator.
Got 15 ranking automatically. Oh no, that's the one he fought for last night. That's the one that must mean that Dillian White must have been sorted with the WBO for him to put that belt up.
Yeah, he's got to have something. Let's have a look. Dillian White, the buddy snitcher. What's he got?
I didn't know Junior Far was fighting for that. I thought he was just defending that Oriental thing.
No, yeah. I thought he'd already picked up the International and the Oriental. I didn't think he had that one, but
he'll be ranked. He'll get a top 5 rank.
He should do next time round. But
right.
Tom Schwartz as well with his win, and he's already ranked above Junior Far, so I think both of those guys will be pretty highly ranked after this or next time around. Yeah, Dillian White doesn't hold any belts at the moment. Only the WBC silver.
The WBC silver?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't say on his profile. Is that gone from him too? Maybe they took that off him when they ordered the interim fight. But we don't know what's going on with that yet either, do we?
It's Monday in the morning, innit? So you might hear a bit of news. Monday morning, I mean. Maybe they could end up ordering Dillian White versus Brazil after all.
I guess it kind of depends on what Wilder wants to do. Is he going to try and fight as mandatory, or is he... I'm sure the WBC will let him fight as mandatory if he wants to. He still wants to fight on May 18th.
That's the thing as well. They've got Tyson Fury automatically ranked. They've got Tyson Fury highly ranked for the WBC now, so see, as long as he fights against somebody who's ranked in the top 10 with the WBC and ranked with, he's appeared in what else is ranked in now. Tyson Fury's got an IBF ranking now.
Okay.
He's got 2 rankings, isn't he? So if he fights somebody who's ranked in both of them, he'll keep building.
He might even have a WBO. I think he's got a WBO.
I don't know anywhere I'm quite against.
He doesn't have a WBA ranking at the moment. Is probably the only one.
We've got the WBO and the WBC.
I thought he was in the IBF too.
Junior Far.
No.
He could get a title shot soon. He really could.
He could. And he's friendly with Deontay Wilder, so I don't know whether he might make it into the WBC rankings next time around. Mind you, they've just been refreshed, haven't they? So we're not going to find out for a bit. But yeah, WBO shot looks like the route that they're targeting for Junior Far. Makes sense. And and his mate Hemi Ahio. I'm looking forward to seeing him fight some more Americans. Hopefully Lou DiBella's going to take him on as a promoter. I'm guessing he might do after his performance and getting rid of Ed Fountain in decent fashion. So we will see. What are the? Did anybody see the Stephen Shaw fight against Donovan Dennis?
Who?
Stephen Shaw or Stephen Shaw?
No.
No. He was on that same card as Ortiz and.
What was that? That one that same card? Was that one? That board was. What was that card called? That Far was on. Is that called?
Oh, he was the headline
Boys
act.
Boxing or something? Broadway Boxing.
The televised one that I saw was on Box Nation.
It was on Box Nation or here. You had it on Box.
Yeah. I'll just look that card up again. The event. I didn't catch it live, unfortunately. The Junior Far card, because my stream wasn't working. But I got sent a copy and I seen the Box Nation up in the corner. So, does the event usually have a name?
I've done some good matchmaking with him. You know, he could squeeze in on a fight and defend that belt against somebody. You know, it's about trying to get him somebody to defend that belt against. It needs to be an eliminate somebody ranked top 15. You can't fight somebody at the top 15 when you hold that belt. So he's got to defend that against somebody in there.
Okay. Who would you like to see him fight? Because we've got. I'll bring the rankings up here. Give me a sec. We'll have a look.
It's going to change, and it's what will be up probably, and Hammer will be out. I wouldn't be shocked to see Ortiz appear in there.
Richard Larty, a guy that he was supposed to fight. He could fight him. He's at 14. He's that Ghanaian guy. That'd still get him a ranking. I don't think he'll want to fight Philip Hergovic. No. Who's this? Ali Aaron Demirazin. Never heard of that dude. He's at number 13. Christian Hammer's at 12. Oh, there's Brian Jennings he could have a go at. That'd be a half decent fight.
Maybe this. I can't see him going in against. It's who. I can't see them put against him as well, because he's dangerous for a lot of people. Like Swartz is. That'll be a fight they'll wait to get ordered. Rivas isn't going to go in against him. Batty Bold records, isn't he? Caballero's not going to take that fight.
Kitaro Fujimoto, that'd be a good one to just get some action. He's food for anybody in the rankings, I think.
Would he fight him though? Would he be able to? I don't know if he's junior fit enough clout, enough money behind him to do that. You need to have enough. You need to take the B side in that, don't you? Offer him too much.
Oh, Lou DiBella's his promoter, so I don't know how much money he's willing to put behind him.
Nah, I don't think he's putting much behind him like that, you know. It's a bit like Schaefer.
I'm just looking.
Joe Joyce will be built cheap. As cheap as possible with Joe Joyce in it.
Well, that'd be a decent fight. It's I don't know whether either would want to take that fight at this stage unless it was an eliminator of some sort.
I think about the easiest route to the title fight.
Yeah. Kitaro Fujimoto, who's 20-1. He's not fighting, or he hasn't got a scheduled fight at the moment. So he hasn't fought since September last year. But I've heard him speak out in the media, oh, I want a title shot at Anthony Joshua. He's fucking dreaming, but Sounds like he's after the big money fight. So, you know, like you say, unless there's a big purse, I don't see Kitari Fujimoto fighting anybody that could possibly beat him.
Nah, they're going to try and keep him fighting as much as they can all day, aren't they?
Yeah.
Try and build him and build get a title shot.
Yeah, looks like it. Right. You watched the Arislandi Lara versus Brian, what's his name? Castillo? What'd you reckon of that fight? Came out split draw.
I didn't watch the fight. I went, no, I gave in after Ortiz. That was enough for me.
Okay. Well, what about Jordan Gill? You must have seen that one.
The Jordan Gill, I watched Jordan Gill fight. Is that what you said there?
Yeah. Yeah, what'd you reckon of that one?
Yeah. Nah, that was a walkover, wasn't it?
Pretty much, I thought, yeah. They're making a huge deal out of it. But, it was a bit of a mismatch, I thought. So, is what it is, I guess.
He just, well, he'd vacated earlier, and he'd vacated the belt that Wood won.
Yeah.
I was actually shocked. That was a good card.
Yeah, I only caught parts of that card. But, yeah, the main event was alright to watch. There was another event on at the same time. I couldn't remember who it was though. Another UK event.
I never realised that I can plug I'm not very good with cables, but I can plug an Ethernet cable or an LAN cable into my router, and then see all the boxing. I can just go and watch all the Anthony Joshua fights and any fight that's been on Sky just all the time. I didn't know.
Fair enough.
And then you can just go to boxing and it's all in the library.
Awesome.
Nobody told me.
Hello.
You back?
Right.
Yes, apologies.
No worries. We're just randomly talking about any fights over the weekend at the moment, so if there's any fights you'd like to talk about, just jump in, mate.
McGregor,
Did you guys talk about the... What's that?
See that fight last night, Junior Fa? He was fighting for the WBO international belt, the one that, remember White fought against Parker?
I know exactly, but he was fighting against nobody, man. But yeah, he's going to have rankings. He's going to get ranking points from that.
That's a good belt to. It's a good belt to win against a fight. Yeah.
It's a very good belt to get your hands on in terms of rankings. Very good.
That's the one Povetkin had as well, isn't it? Or was it the WBA International?
Yeah.
Mm. So many fucking.
I believe at light heavyweight. I believe at light heavyweight, Anthony Yard has that belt.
Okay. Well, he ain't gonna do anything, is he?
Saying, look at where he's ranked. Look at where he's ranked, Joe. That's the thing.
Like, it's the WBA. Do you know, like Conor? You heard Conor, Josh Kelly. Conor Ben's ranked above Josh Kelly because one of them had the international, one of them had the intercontinental. Conor Ben's actually ranked above Kelly because he's got the best belt.
To be fair, he's probably beaten the...
Yep.
That French dude's better than anybody Kelly's fought, man.
I'd like to see the two of them.
I wouldn't. I think... look, as much as I don't rate Kelly as high as some people do, he's too slick and too skillful to be fighting Conor Ben. It'd be like Josh Taylor against O'Hara Davis all over it.
I don't know, man. I don't think Conor Ben's got quite in him. Definitely, man. One fight you could say, but O'Hara Davis is definitely got quite in him.
I mean, look, Kelly's a lot better than that French dude, and Ben struggled.
Triangles.
Like, he's not been fighting against the of opposition, and quite frankly, Kelly has fought guys that are at least near enough the same level as Conor Ben. And Conor Ben might not have quit in him. He might not have quit in him, but that might be the undoing of him. Because I can name a fighter who has no quit in him, and you really wish he should have, and that's Nick Blackwell.
Yeah, good point. Yes.
Where's Josh?
Did you guys watch Brian Castano against Erzandi Lara?
Yes. Yeah, interesting fight.
Have you talked about that yet?
No.
Have you talked about it yet?
No,
I
man.
missed that.
That was a very good fight.
I missed it. I've still not watched it back. I'll wait.
Came out a split draw. I know you watch it without commentary there, Unrivaled, but I watched it with commentary and I was listening to them going, "You biased fucks. What the hell?" I mean, they were so on Lara's side. They were telling people that Lara's like 4 rounds up, 3 rounds up, and I'm like, how? He's not landing enough punches to justify that. I thought it was real close, and
Give it to Castano, man. I predict Lara to win that fight, and I gave it to Castano 8 rounds to 4 for me.
8-4.
And I'm
that wide.
a fan. Always have been. Just the other day, I was telling people I still think he's the second best fighter in that division. I was saying that I think he's better than Harrison. I think he's better than Jamel, and I think Jaime Munguia is too green. So I still had Lara the number 2 in that division.
Yeah.
And I had him before for me, and I'm a big fan of that style. I've defended Ortiz, I've defended Lara, I've developed Yuri Marcus Gamboa, Dorticus. I'm big on the Cubans. I've defended Rigondeaux galore. I'm big on Cuban boxing. I think it's fantastic to watch, but he didn't do enough last, and he got outworked.
Yeah, that was it, eh? The volume wasn't enough for me. I thought he could have won the fight easily. I mean, he was more accurate when he threw his punches, but he just didn't throw enough of them, so...
But for me, I had Castano beating him.
Yeah. Credit to Castano. He's got a good gas tank, doesn't he?
He's got energy. He's got energy.
I mean, if he could sharpen up his accuracy a bit more...
Being against one of the champions. Be interesting to see how he gets on if he's in there with, like, Tony Harrison. That'd be an interesting to see him in there with Munguia. I think Munguia might be too much, though, too big.
Yeah, monster him.
Same with Jarrah Hurd. Because Jarrah Hurd's he's a light heavyweight. Fuck it up.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
he's just massive.
Tony Harrison would be an interesting fight, but I imagine they're probably going to do a rematch since it was a draw now. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Be interesting to can bounce back. Like, the question now is Lara suffering from old age-itis? You know what I mean? Is he going the same way as Ortiz slowing down, Rigondeaux slowing down? Is he going the same way as the other Cubans? Is he getting too slow?
What is he, 35? Somewhere there, 36?
Somewhere around there, which means he's probably 43 on his Cuban birth cert.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. Yeah. Definitely worth a look, Double A, when you do get a chance to go and check that fight out. Where's he gone?
Also about this Eddie Hearn, I think he was talking with Coogan TV or IFL TV. I think he mentioned that he's got somebody who's moving up to heavyweight, a big name that people know.
Ooh. Any ideas?
I heard it.
I've heard it might be Marco Hook.
I heard, well, I heard, and then I heard loads of people saying it, so I think it's him. People are saying, somebody said Gassiev in the chat, but I'm sure it's already sealed.
I don't know, like, I've heard the names that I've heard, I'll just name them. The biggest one that I've heard coming around is Marco Hook, Maris Breedis, but the other one is Dorticus.
Nah, but it can't be Bradis because he's tied up. He's with Alciesta and he's going to be fighting on a World Boxing Super Series card. So he's fighting with them promoted by Alciesta. So
well, we have no idea. We have no idea what's going on with the World Boxing Super Series.
No.
They fights are going to go ahead, didn't they? They've already been announced. He's fighting in Latvia. We've got a date and stuff set for them now.
Who's he fighting in Latvia?
Can't remember who he's fighting. He's fighting, and all the cards have been announced. Someday they moved 2 cards. They cancelled a card.
Well, I think 3. Wait, so the 4 sets are Dorticus, Tabiti, Glavatsky, and Bredis. Jesus. So who's Bredis fighting?
They've announced the cards. They're going to be fighting in ones, and his is definitely staying in Latvia. He go to the Latvia card. Where's his card?
Because to me, I think it's the most underrated division in all of boxing.
Oh, who else is on that?
Oh, so Bredis is fighting Glavatsky. Bredis is fighting Glavatsky.
Well, that's a good fight.
And Dorticus is fighting Andrew Tabiti.
Yeah, venue and date still to be confirmed for that, but the other ones have been confirmed. That's the only one that's not been confirmed yet.
Hold on. This semi-final lineup is competitive. Glavatsky and Bredis and Dorticus Tabiti. I'm excited for them.
Yeah, they're good fights, man.
They're good fight, very good fights, guys. Holy shit.
Awesome.
See, this is why we need this World Boxing Super Series.
Here, I'm going to see Taylor and Inouye on the same card, and it's all going to cost £50 to go watch it.
That's in Scotland, isn't it? That's in on sale yet?
But they're already pre-booked and took. I don't even know if any of them will go on sale because tickets for that usually just.
I'm gonna try my best to get a ticket for that because I need to go see now anyway. You know what I mean?
That's do you know the best place to get tickets is go. I'll find out who's on the card. Tom Little will be on that card, by the way. So definitely, I wouldn't be shocked to see Tom Little fighting against somebody like Nick Webb.
I don't care. I wouldn't be going there to see Tom Little, Nick Webb. I'd be going there to see Noah Inoue against his opponents. Who is his opponent? Can you tell us the opponents? Can you tell us?
They've got Inoue and Rodriguez is fighting. They're fighting in Glasgow.
Wow.
Tete and Denerica.
So Tete against Denair, and we've Inoue against Rodriguez. Right. Those are good semi-finals. They're very good semi-finals. And who have we got in the super lightweight?
Super lightweight. Progress is fighting.
Relic. Yeah. That's a good fight.
And Tete undercard. They're gonna. That's a good card as well. Both of them.
Relic, and that means Taylor and Baranchik.
Yep.
So these are the fights the World Boxing Super Series has given us. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tete Rodriguez anyway. Taylor against Baranchik. Who are the other Relic and Progray. And then we've got Latsky Bredis and Tabiti Dorticus, all via the World Boxing Super Series.
Yep, that's what happens when you take politics with it. When you do. We'll see your fight against him and the winner fights against him.
What do you think of those lineups there, Jono?
Yeah, man.
Because that's after blowing my tits off.
I'm just looking up at the WBSS homepage now. There's some awesome fights coming up, man. I'm excited. I'm particularly excited for that one card on the 15th of June with Dorticus and Tabiti, Glowacki and Bredis. Those are awesome fights for my tastes. So looking forward to that.
Can I respond to somebody in your chat?
Yeah, man. Go for it.
Right. You probably know him, Jono. I don't, but how's it going, pal? You say you've got $100 on Tabiti to win the World Boxing Super Series. Got really good odds on that. I really hope you got very good odds on that because I don't think that's a possibility. After watching him against
Furfer, man, against Furfer, he wasn't good enough, but Furfer wasn't good enough either. That was a very close decision. I can't see him beating Breedis, Glavatsky, or Dorticus. I can't. And I'll be honest with you, I see Tabiti getting knocked out against Junior Dorticus.
I'm telling you, Breedis is going to get destroyed.
But Glavatsky, Big King Glove, King Glove.
Big time. I watched that. See, the last time I watched that, he was fighting against Danish guy Nielsen or Mikkelsen or something.
No, I know who you're talking about. Noel Glover.
I whacked the money on it, mate. I had the money straight. See, when I watched the first round, I was like, right on it, 20-1. And I thought, he's beat him. And then right at the end, I was like, he's beat him. There's no way. There's no way he deserved to beat that wee guy. He beat him easy. There's something missing about that. And if you can't get that wee guy, he's going to get, honestly, I wouldn't be shocked to see him get absolutely mauled. It's too many tough fights in a row. It really is.
I really do think Breedis is coming to the end of it myself, but Dorticus on there, I think that's the final.
Yeah.
And if that's the final, that's some final. And if Tabiti comes through Dorticus, I will literally say, I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Yeah.
Because Dorticus is not an easy guy. He's only lost to Gassiev fight of the year. That was a fight of the year candidate. That was an unbelievable fight. Do you guys remember that fight?
Yeah, it was a 12th round stoppage, wasn't it? But there was a shitload of punches thrown from both guys in that fight. It was awesome.
Mate, at the end of that fight, I was shitting blood for both of them.
Yeah.
So brutal, it took me 36 rounds to watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was an unbelievable fight. Both guys were just punching and punching and punching. And eventually, one tired out.
Yeah. It was a great fight.
How good is Gassiev's chin? How good is Gassiev's chin?
Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. He needs
Lebedev before Dorticus, wasn't he? He fought Lebedev before he fought Dorticus.
Not sure off the top of my head, to be honest.
Or was it Lebedev? Somebody look at Gassiev's boxer.
No, because Lebedev wasn't in the tournament, was he?
Right, see, before this final,
I'm pretty sure.
Can I just say something? See, before this final actually gets announced, Usyk's going to move up to heavyweight and have a fight in America, so he's going to go to the cruiserweights. The belts are going to be up. What chances of the cruiserweight thrown? How many of the belts are going to get put on the line?
Okay.
Hold on, I just want to say this. Before Dorticus, Gassiev beat Lebedev, and then in the tournament beat Vladarchik. So he beat Lebedev and Krzysztof Vladarchik back to back, and then beat Dorticus.
Yeah. That Vladarchik knockout was a...
How good is his fucking... He's 26-1, only one defeat coming by points, and that was against Usyk.
Yep. That was his last fight too.
It's sad though. Yeah, it's making me feel sad though, because he hasn't fought since he fought Usyk. But to be fair, it's only been about 8 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like he's been out for 2 years yet.
Yeah, was it July last year? So, and it was a tough fight for him, so it makes sense for him to have a bit of time off and regather and maybe pick up a few different skills.
Here we go. Dorticus, by the way, before Gassiev, Kurdyashov, Dmitry Kurdyashov. And to anybody who doesn't know who he is, Kurdyashov when I think he was, well, let's see his record. Before that fight, he had 21 victories, right? 21 victories with 20 of them won knockouts. He has a 100% knockout ratio.
Whoa.
Kurdyashov, the guy that Dort, 100% knockout ratio. What is this? What? Huh? Wait, no, hold on. He has a technical trees. He has a 100% knockout ratio. He really has a 92% one because he's lost twice. But even then, his fights have a 100% knockout ratio because He's 20, winning 23 by knockout and losing 2 by knockout. So he's car crash boxing at its finest, isn't he?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, falls to the wall, get knocked out or knock someone out.
Right. The only guys he's lost to, we all know, right? Dorticus and Duradola. Do you guys remember Duradola?
Get a picture of him and then I might.
The Nigerian cruiserweight.
Okay.
He's a Nigerian cruiserweight who has 29 wins and in those 27 knockouts.
Oh, yep. I've just brought up his picture. Yeah, I know the dude.
Yeah.
He's a
Maris
beast
Breedis.
himself.
He is. Tough cookie. Very tough cookie.
Indeed.
But he knocked out. He's just power. Pure power. He lost to Vlasov. So Vlasov is the guy who I was thinking to beat. He fought in his last fight. Not Furfur. Vlasov. Now Vlasov, he just lost. Wait, no, Christoph Tabiti he beat. If it wasn't Vlasov, was it Furfur? Let me bring up Tabiti. Man, this is so confusing with all of these.
There's too many coughs, and it sounds like you're selling cheap vodka.
It does. It really does. I'm turning. Yeah, it was Ruslan, right? Ruslan Fafer. Now, this is how good Ruslan Fafer is. Okay, guys? I'm just going to let you know. He was 23 and 16. 23 at knockouts with 0 losses. Before Tabiti, he had wins over Bashu something.
That one.
Junior Ankara and Emmanuel Danso. Now, me being really hardcore into the cruiserweight division, the only guy I recognise on his resume before Tabiti was Danso. Right? That's the only guy. The only guy. And that's only because he's a big, muscular, light heavyweight, if I remember correctly. And I'm pretty sure the only reason I know who he was is because he lost to Fan Long Meng, the light prospect over there in China.
Okay.
The guy who just beat Frank Buglioni, the guy who retired Frank Buglioni.
Yeah.
He lost it at light heavyweight. So this guy was fighting a light heavyweight who wasn't good enough to beat a light heavyweight prospect.
Far out.
He wasn't really somebody who I rated for Tabiti. Honestly, I don't even think he's Tabiti's twin. For me, the best win is Steve Cunningham.
In his prime.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Steve Cunningham. This was 2017.
Oh, okay.
Steve Cunningham. When he beat Steve Cunningham was 41.
Yeah. Fucked.
Yeah, mate, Coley's in with them at the end of the year.
If you're a Lawrence Okoli fan in the chat, look away now.
What about this? What about Coley? Oh, here.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this fucking bullshit. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Conspiracy. I need to start a conspiracy. Dillian White's just been stripped. So his belt's catchweight fight against Lawrence Okoli will pay-per-view.
They're going to be fighting at 220 pounds with a 35 patient clause. Watch.
They're only allowed to eat biscuit.
Can Dillian White get down to 220? I don't think he
Fuck no.
could. I think he's too.
They would have to.
Dillian White.
What would you make the catchweight at? 17 stone.
What's 17 stone?
At least when Tony Bellew was. Well, at least when Tony Bellew fought David Hay in the first fight, the catch weight was what, 15 stone 4 or something like that. So 219.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Something. That's reasonable. That was reasonable. 220 pounds is reasonable. Dillian White weight at 17.5 stone with a 10-pound rehydration clause or something.
Fuck.
Or a 20-pound rehydration clause so that he can come in 268 on the night.
Boy wouldn't be able to eat.
Yo, Jono, have you heard this? Have you heard this shit? Apparently, Dillian White against Joseph Parker, from what I've heard, I don't know if it's 100% true, weighed 270 pounds.
That sounds not too far off.
I could believe that.
I think
He
was,
rehydrated 24 pounds overnight,
why
or
is,
something like that.
why was he dehydrating for the weigh-in anyway? He's a heavyweight. What the fuck's he up to?
I can actually explain that if you want to. It's for false perception purposes of what way you weigh.
Yeah, well, he was big for that fight, that's for sure. But a lot of
He was massive.
Yeah.
No,
But if you look at him in the ring, he looks a lot bigger. He does look a lot bigger in the ring than he did at the weigh-in. He does look quite a bit bigger.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know.
He pretty much looks like he looked like a toned up Bermain Stavern.
But do you not think when your camps are at short in universities and you're using, like, he's using their ice chambers, he's using hydration machines. He's going into a machine, they're saying to him, right, you've got 8 body water. He's known how much water to take on, to hydrate exactly for how much exercise he's doing, so his body's constantly perfect. And see, when you're doing that right up before you go to the weigh-in, your body's not adjusting. So when he goes in there, his body's he's still in the middle of a camp. You need at least, like, for doing that, as a heavyweight, you need to stop training like completely for 4 or 5 days before it doing nothing, and put a bit of
I disagree with you. I disagree with you just because I think you're supposed to stop 9 days before your fight.
But they're no stopping. They only stop them because they're still too much. They're still when they should be. They should be just be sitting and just letting their muscles take on natural weight now. The fight's already there. Like, move, but I think when they're, especially that Parker fight, that was, how long did they have in camp? That was a short camp for that fight.
Yeah, it's only 7 weeks.
Camp, so I think it was rushed as well. So I think he wasn't fully out of camp when the fight was ready.
Yeah,
I think he'd put that kind of weight. That's unusual for him to put that kind of weight on. But the Parker.
So, guys, I'm gonna ask you a question. When is Sergey Kovalev gonna stop yard?
That fight's going to get made, in it. That is going to get odd. That is going to be funny.
So I missed that.
What will be really funny is if Anthony Yard goes in there and sparks him out.
Oh dear.
Kovalev to fight Canelo and Yard to fight for the vacant belt.
I've heard about that.
That'll just roll it, won't it?
I could see Canelo beating Kovalev.
Really?
I'm just gonna ask him, what happens when Canelo starts punching to the body?
Well, Kovalev should be throwing uppercuts to keep him out, or moving to keep the distance, because he's got it'll be a big reach advantage.
He doesn't have a speed advantage though, and Canelo's brilliant in and out.
Yeah. Agreed. Be interesting. Is Kovalev's power going to be enough to keep Canelo off him?
That's a serious question, because I think we'd all agree that Canelo, pound for pound, has one of the top 5 chains in boxing right now.
Yeah, agreed.
I think we all are.
Yep.
Like, his chin is granite. It's pure granite. It's the same as Golovkin. They're made of steel, these guys.
Yeah.
You know? So, and Canelo is an elite counter puncher. Now, I think he could beat Kovalev, but I would pick Kovalev to win. But I think I'd be surprised if he beat him to the body and took him out to the body. If Ward can do it, Canelo can.
Yeah, something's happened with that, by the way. Who holds the belt at super middle? Wait, that belt at super middle, Billy Joe Saunders was meant to fight for Ramirez.
I think Zerdo Ramirez is moving up to 175, because he can't.
And he'll get a title shot, won't he? So Anthony Yard won't actually get a title shot at that as Billy Joe Saunders, but he says he's not moving up. So Billy Joe Saunders might not get a fight for that belt that he's supposed to be fighting for. So
Well, if Billy Joe Saunders is so interested at fighting at 168, he should go and fight Zerdo Ramirez for it.
Well, Billy Joe's got a fight scheduled, isn't he?
A vacant belt, but the person who held that belt said, I've not vacated it. I'm not moving up to 175 now.
So if that's the case, that belt, maybe Billy Joe should move up and fight Zurdo Ramirez, and let's see how good he is.
Yep.
Yep, good call. I'm down with that.
As much as I don't like Zurdo, Zurdo's no easy pickings for anybody. He's really tall and he's got a jab.
Yep.
And if him Kovalov fight, so Yard will not get that fight, so you see Yard do nothing.
How would that affect Yard?
What did you watch Sterling versus Summers?
I did.
Right.
Not. It was Silva. Anders Silva.
I watched it, and then he said after it, I'm saying the Yards team sent me an offer. They sent me an offer for him and then never sent a contract or anything. And you're like that. He's just sending contracts to people. He's just offering fights to everybody now, and no sending contracts, just saying, and then no doing anything about it.
Look, at the end of the day, even though I don't know what level Yard's at, he would knock out Ricky Summers. I'm out, AA. He would, but it would be.
Sterling knocks him out. So,
but Summers just lost.
that's what I mean. But that should have been Yard. He didn't know somebody about that. No point beating him now. So that when you're offering, you should have offered him contracts and fought him and beat him before somebody else got in there. I knew that guy's.
Truth is, if Anthony Yard had fought Ricky Summers and knocked him out, it would have given him a little bit more credibility. But the fact of the matter is, if you're world number 2 in the WBO and in the top 5 in the IBF, just fucking fight. Fight guys you're supposed to fight. I don't want you to see him at British level. I don't want to see him at British level. Apparently he's above it, so prove it.
Yeah, that's it. Prove his worth.
Go in there, Joe Smith fucking Jr. There you go.
Yeah.
Beat an Isaac Chalembe. Fight a Sullivan Barrera. Beat those guys. They're tough.
Yep.
If Anthony Yard came out tomorrow morning saying, I'm fighting Sullivan Barrera, here's the venue, this is happening, I'd buy him like that. I'd be gone.
He's got the reputation now of cherry picking, isn't he? Just to get his ranking. What's the point of having that ranking if you're not going to fight for a fucking
You call
title?
it cherry pick. You can call it cherry picking. I don't call it cherry picking. You can't be cherry picking people if you don't even have opponents. He doesn't have opponents like 4 days before his fights.
Yeah, true that.
This is right. Donald. He fought for the Southern area, and then his next fight he fought against an 14-1 for the WBO European. See, when he beat that guy, he became top 15 ranked in the WBO. He went for third in the world to number 60 in the world, and then 2 defences before you know it, you're ranked number 8. He's never had to beat anybody. Pretty much won his rank beating an Italian who was an overbuilt Italian, and that got him a super ranking. A bit like Conor Benn in that, you're seeing win one of the belts, and you're ranked. As soon as you're in the rankings, that's you. You have to be fighting people in them, and none of them are.
No, that's right. It's sad.
Well, look at Junior Fa. They've been top ranked 15 for far too long.
Yeah.
What?
And
he's only been in for his last 3 fights. I think he's been in the top 15.
But that's it. And no, you have to be in there straight away. You don't have really a chance to build your record up before you get anywhere.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can.
It's written to me though that Tom Schwartz is ranked number 2 in the WBO.
And he's fought nobody. Yeah.
Yep.
Miller,
sucks.
Fury. He's ahead of Miller, Fury, Zhang, Junior Fa, I believe, Caballel, Otto, Richard Larte, Hergovich. The WBO rankings are terrible, right? But even in the IBF, he's ranked number 9 in the IBF, and that puts him ahead of Parker, Huey Fury, Andy Ruiz, Filip Hergovich, and Sergey Kuzma.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Ridiculous.
But to be fair, I can give you something that's even worse than that. Kendo is ranked ahead of Dillian White. Like, easy ranked ahead of Dillian White.
He's only ranked because of a court case, though, isn't he? That's fucking dumb.
He's also ahead of Povetkin and Adam Kovnatsky. What?
I can't wait until Manuel Char knocks his fucking ass out and he can disappear off the face of the planet.
He's a fucking shit.
Yeah. I think they're actually scheduled to fight now, I think. Finally. Let's have a look. If Akendo doesn't get injured again anyway. Fuck. It's not coming up. No, they're not scheduled to fight yet. Damn it. Oh well. We've got to wait a little bit longer to see the end of Kendo. Never mind.
He hasn't been in the ring in 5 years, has he?
Well, his last fight was Razlan Shagoyev, wasn't it? So, let's have a look.
Shagoyev again. It's a Kendo.
Let's have a look. I think it was in 2012 or some 2013.
This fight was against Galen Brown on the 10th of May 2014. No, wait, it was Shagoyev on the 6th of July.
Disgusting.
His last fight was Shagoyev on the 6th of July 2014. So July this year, it will be the year since he last fought. Right now, it's over 4.5 years ago.
Yeah. Just sitting there waiting for a payday. And that's it. Silly old coot. I was really hoping that we get to see him fight Shannon Briggs before he got busted. I think even old Briggs would smash the shit out of him. End him. Yeah, we'll see. Alright fellas, I'm kind of coming to the end of what time I have, so if there's anything else you'd like to bring up, now's the time to do so.
The last thing I would like to say before I leave, other than subscribe if you're watching an archive, please subscribe to Big Boys Boxing. If you're here and you're new here, do subscribe. Also smash that like button. But the one thing I really do want to say is do not be surprised if Mikey Garcia beats Errol this year. Do not be fucking surprised.
Had to stick that in there, eh?
I mean that with the bottom of my heart. A funny fucking feeling about this.
Serious?
I have a feeling Mikey Garcia's. I have a weird feeling somewhere in my soul, the bottom of who I am, that Mikey Garcia is going to win this fight by fucking points.
I can't bet on it. I can't bring myself to bet on it.
I think Mikey's going to get stopped, to be honest. But
it's a distinct possibility.
Yeah.
But do not be surprised. And if Mikey wins, I'm not going to even come around and be like, McGregor told you so. I'm just going to be like, I told you not to be surprised.
Yeah. So
you're fucking.
Are you still picking Spence to win, but just don't be surprised if Mikey does?
I'm picking Mikey Garcia and on it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Oh, by the way, do you know Shannon Briggs is got his license? Did you see he's released they're letting him have his license back to fight? He never said if it's in Britain or America, but he's got a license to fight somewhere. Where it is, what states gave him it, but he's back. So
I hope to see him get a decent fight before he finishes, because being real, he is almost finished. But yeah, I'd like to see him fight in the UK. I'd even wouldn't mind him seeing him fight Lucas Brown.
Look, I would love. This is what I would love, right? I'm just putting it out there. I would love to see Shannon over to the UK and fight a returning Ollie Harrison.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Good
I
shout.
want to see him.
David Hay and Shannon Briggs. Oh my god. What happens first? Does Shannon Briggs have a nervous breakdown? David Hay's body just like break apart into a million pieces.
Just had a light bulb moment now. What about this? What about Clutch sailing down the Thames, right? And Shannon Briggs goes out and starts hustling him. The next thing, both of them are on Sky. Shannon Briggs versus Klitschko, the battle.
Yeah, well,
To settle it.
I've seen a few videos that people have put out about Klitschko possibly coming back, and every time I see it, it's like, well, why can't he fight Cannon for a comeback fight? It'd certainly settle that beef that they had years ago. It'd be cool.
I can't see it. It's too far down it. No, that would sell. That would possibly. I don't know if it would sell a stadium, but it would fill any arena in Britain.
That would sell out the O2.
It would sell any arena in Britain.
That'd do pretty well in the US as well, I think, just because of that, all those videos that Briggs did over the years. Let's go, champ. It'd be the culmination of the movement, really, wouldn't it? Okay. Alright, lads, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you very much for joining me, as usual. It's been a pleasure. Unrivaled boxing talk and news, and AA boxing and blunts. If you haven't already, get over there and check out these guys' channels. And a big thank you to everybody who has joined in the chat as well. It's been a pleasure. Next time, don't be afraid to hit that link that I drop in the chat, or request one to be sent directly to you, and you can get on the panel and have your own say. So that's us for today. Hope you've enjoyed. We'll catch you in the next one. Big Boys Boxing. We out. See you.